On this week's episode of Make It Anyways, we are talking about all things spring.
Spring related, we are talking about like how it just feels to start the spring season, different things that we're doing in our homes and in our lives with the transition of the seasons. And then we're also going to cover some of our big goals for spring.
Hi, I'm Cecilia of Bitch on the Rise.
And I'm Teresa of Joyberry Studios.
And we're two sisters who love crafting.
We wanted to find a fun way to document our makes and things that we're passionate about.
This podcast is just a chill hangout for anyone who loves making stuff, whether it's sewing, knitting, baking, or just getting crafty.
We don't take ourselves too seriously, and we're all about tackling new projects and learning new skills.
We don't focus on perfect, we focus on making it anyways and having fun along the way.
It's like a creative catch-up with friends who relate to the joy of being creative.
Just crafty chats, cozy vibes, no pressure.
Welcome to our podcast, Make It Anyways.
All right, let's get right into it. Teresa, what's your current project?
Yes, we like to start each episode off with talking about our current project. So right now my crafty project is I am just like planning out my spring wardrobe. So over this past winter, I have kind of like adopted a wardrobe for myself.
You have?
And my wardrobe is I wear jeans. I have a black pair of jeans and a blue pair of jeans, and then I throw on like a sweater.
Amazing.
And I kind of want to apply that same like philosophy to a summer spring wardrobe as well. I think I'm going to focus on like lighter pants, like a linen pants, and like just a casual shorts, and then just like a few basic tops. So
Amazing.
I'm kind of like trying to pick out sewing patterns for all of those and figure out what works best for me.
Amazing.
Yeah. What about you, Cecilia? What are you working on?
So my current project is really just like planning, cleaning, resetting. I have my wedding coming up in the beginning of September, so lots to do for that planning wise. I don't really know. I'm not as into wedding planning as I thought I was going to be. It's a little overwhelming.
It's so overwhelming.
It's way too much. But really, my house just needs some love. My spaces need some love. So that is really what I'm going to be focusing on. Not like the most exciting crafty projects, but
Not even like a crafty project, but a necessary
it's
project.
It's necessary. Like to be crafty and to like foster that crafty spirit in myself, I need my space to be clean. So like it's just, it's just something you got to do.
Absolutely.
And now's the time to do it.
Absolutely. So the fun question of the week is, what is your favorite like first sign of spring? Like what just like feels like spring, makes you take a pause and like close your eyes and smile. That's how I feel like when spring comes. So what is your favorite first sign of spring?
I like distinctly remember this happening this year. So we kind of like towards the end of February this year. I know like end of February is not spring, but whatever.
You get hopeful around there.
You get hopeful.
You get
It's when they do that like fall spring. Okay, so Columbus had like a foot or two of snow, it felt like, and it was lasting forever. And then we had one morning and it was going to be like 50 degrees that day. And I walked outside, the sun, I could feel the sun, which is amazing. And then I heard all the birds chirping and like animals moving around. So the sun and like birds chirping, it was giving spring.
I do love the birds chirping. I think my personal favorite first sign of spring is when you can like really open the windows for an extended period of time and to like air out the house. And then I feel like what you said with the birds and the animals is you kind of get those outside noises inside, which feels so good. So to just be able to like sit inside, have fresh air coming into your house and hearing birds just like feels so good.
It's the best.
So good.
It's like the silence and quietness of winter are like, leaving.
Absolutely.
Love spring.
We love spring. So one big thing, I feel like it's not as crafty, but like one thing that always comes up in spring is just like spring cleaning and resetting. I feel like winter is heavy on being inside. It's like a lot of stuff. Like I feel like it's a lot of stuff with the holidays, but even just like you've got like bigger shoes, bigger coats that are out.
All
like
my plants are inside,
heavier,
and not outside.
like linens and stuff like that. So maybe we can talk about just like how we're resetting our houses.
Yeah. I mean, I'll jump right into it. I'm getting my plants outside once it's warm enough. I have a lot of plants and not a lot of spaces to put plants. So during the winter, like my house it's very nice to have all that greenery, but like they struggle during the winter and it's very cluttered in my house. So sometimes it does make me sad. I'm not going to lie. Cause I'm like, no, hang
dying
on.
plants.
Yeah.
Dying plants in your house.
All winter long. I'm like, please hang on. Just a couple more months.
Yes.
So excited once the temperatures finally rise to take those out. You know, just the cleaning. Like it's dusty. I got to open the windows, clean everything out, and then doing a lot of like purging, I think, is going to be really important.
Yes, I always feel the need to purge. And I will go through some things where I'm like, I don't need anything on this bookshelf.
You're really good at purging.
Yes, I
really
love to purge. Our mother always jokes that, like, well, if you want to get rid of something, give it to Teresa and
Yes,
she'll
she does
just
say
get
that.
rid of it.
Yes, you do.
Sometimes she'll give me things, but she's like, but when you don't want this anymore, give it back to me.
You need to like put a sticky note underneath it to make sure.
I know, but purging just makes me feel so good because I feel like a lot of things are like visual clutter or they just like weigh heavy on me. Like earlier in the season, I remember like I had so much craft stuff, but a lot of it was like acrylic yarn or things that I didn't really want to like use.
Yeah.
And instead of using them, I just felt bad about having them.
Yeah.
And then I was able to bring them down to Craft Raccoon and donate them. And that felt like good. So I felt like I was like helping out a local business and that, was wonderful.
Gotta give it a second life, you know, with someone who will use it.
Exactly. Yeah. Why would it sit in my basement being not used if it could go out and like give somebody joy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like just resetting, a ton of cleaning. Sometimes I'll even like wash my curtains.
Oh, yes.
Because they get dusty.
They get so dusty. I think spring is when I do like all my big dusting.
Yes.
I mean, I should probably be dusting more often, but you know, it's the worst task. So, spring is like putting away all your heavy blankets, washing those, putting them away, doing the curtains. Oh, I love changing my bedding.
Oh, in our winter bedding, we do flannel sheets in my house and like a duvet with a duvet cover. And then once spring hits, we transition to like cotton sheets, and then we do
A quilt?
like a quilt.
Yeah. So do we.
Yeah, it feels so good.
It feels so good to like finally put that like big giant comforter away. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes. I think I also am very much a person who is excited about change.
I love the seasons changing.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's something that I always look forward to.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So during the spring, I am like cleaning out my house and refreshing it, but I'm also cleaning my outdoor spaces, which I think is equally important. So like I'm getting my porch all set up with my nice couch. I'm redoing my fire pit. Me and my partner spend a lot of time on our porch. Like we host people out on our porch and back near our fire pit. So making sure that those are like ready to go and enjoy, I think is also really important for spring.
That is so fun. I feel like in the spring, we always have this one day where we make pancakes out on our Blackstone, out on the patio. And we're always just like, why would we ever go inside? Like, why would we ever not do this?
Yes.
So I think that's also nice. We have our patio. For us, it's a ton of like gardening. So I'll be spending a lot of time like sowing seeds and planting our plants. Our last podcast was all about getting our garden spaces ready and what you would maybe want to do if you were going to have a garden this year. So I feel like I'll be focusing a lot on the garden as well. And we have chickens. Oh. And our flock has sadly gone from 4 chickens. We live in the suburbs, so you can't have too many chickens. And it was our first year. So we started with 4, but now we're down to just 2.
A 50% survival rate.
Yes, it was a brutal
That's rough.
year for us. One died because it was just like sick. I think its stomach didn't develop all the way. It kept having these stomach issues. And then the other one was eaten brutally by a hawk.
This is horrible.
It was horrible. It was my favorite.
You sent me a picture like mid-work day. I was like, what the?
Rest in peace, Joan. It was Joan.
Poor Joan.
Joan
Rip.
was my favorite chicken, and it really spooked our other chickens. But we only have 2 chickens right now, and we're going to get some new chickens this year.
Yay!
And chickens, like gardening, are way more involved than I thought they would be, so there's a lot of things that we have to do. But I think this year we're going to get into fun chicken breeds. Like there's this chicken called
Is it the one with the fluffy head?
It's called a silky, and it doesn't have like the traditional feathers that you're used
looking it
to.
up.
It like is just like a fluff ball. So they're kind of expensive, but my husband is all about getting a silky this year, so we're gonna get a silky.
Cute.
There is like a farm that is like 45 minutes away from us, and they will give you some chicks. Like you can buy them from them instead of being like shipped through the mail. You can have chicks shipped to you, which I find a little bizarre. So we're really excited to expand our chicken flock this year.
The silky chicken is exactly what I was thinking of, and we're gonna put a picture of it right here.
It almost looks like a dog sometimes.
It does.
It's just
so
like
cute.
they're so fluffy and so ridiculous. And chickens make me so happy.
They're so silly.
They
They're
are
goofy.
so fun. I'm like a mama chick. I'm like a mama chicken to them. Like I'll like be like, "Hey ladies," and then they'll all run to like greet me.
Aw.
And I just like love them so much. And they give us eggs. So we're hoping that this like spring and summer that we'll have enough eggs to like share with neighbors and family
that would
and
be
stuff.
fun. So getting my porch ready is very important, that outdoor space, because I host a lot more people in the spring in my home. Like I love having everyone over with the windows open. We're enjoying a glass of wine on the porch as the sun is setting, just gabbing, you know what I mean? Like the vibes are coming in heavy in the spring.
I feel like everybody is just like nesting at home during winter. It's much harder to get people to like come out of their houses, I feel like, in winter. But once spring hits, I feel like everybody wants to be like out and about.
I'm like, let's go get tacos and margs. You know what I mean? On a patio. I
Yes.
feel like that is peak spring.
Patio eating is huge. I live in like a suburban neighbor. I have kids, so we have like a neighborhood hang because we have a big side yard with like where the kids play, and I feel like we just like sit in some lawn chairs, and then just like people from the neighborhood will show up, and I like love that. That is like peak childhood
Yeah.
for me.
And it's like peak spring.
Yes.
You know, everything's
Yes.
thawing out. But I work near a college, and I say every time I drive home, I drive by like this big bar with a giant patio. And I'm like, oh, the college is thawing out from winter when like all the college kids are at this bar,
Yes,
just absolutely
yes,
partying. And
yes.
like, it's something that maybe shouldn't make me very happy, but it does make me very happy. I'm like, oh, it's time.
It's time. We're getting there.
It's Midway. Did you ever go there?
No.
Okay, me either.
Okay.
But it makes me so happy.
Yes. One thing that I've also noticed is whenever we're transitioning seasons, I feel like the food that we eat also changes. And sometimes we love to talk about like baking and stuff on this podcast as well, as far as being creative. So I feel like there are some also like creative foods that you can make. So for example, I feel like carrot cake is always like a traditional Easter.
Yeah, that's good Easter
spring one. And I think it's fun if you can have like a traditional carrot cake that you make every single year.
Yeah.
I love having traditions, and I think it just makes the season feel like that much more special to be like, oh, it's mom's carrot cake coming out. You know what I mean? So like I feel like carrot cake can be really good. I also love making like hamburger buns and sandwich buns from scratch.
Oh, like some grilling accoutrements.
Yes. So it's
Love.
like I feel, and I also will make like a huge batch and put them in the freezer. And then that way it's just super easy if we want to make like burgers one night, or if I'm making like pulled pork or something, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you can throw those sandwiches together super easily.
I feel like for me, baking really winds down in the spring and summer months because my house is so small.
Yes.
Again, my house is 700 square feet, so if I turn on the oven to 450, like,
For an hour.
yeah,
Yes,
we feel
really,
that.
I don't really do sourdough in like those
Yeah.
rustic loaf sourdoughs in the spring and summer. They are delicious and I will still enjoy them, but it's just like too much to turn on the oven for that long.
It's too much. So I really wind down my baking in the spring, but that means that I'm just focusing on like making fresh ingredients and getting really into salad season.
Yes. I also feel like there are some things, like I will make sometimes like flatbreads, and you can make those outside on the grill. You can do grilled pizzas. I also love like a really nice focaccia with like tomato and mozzarella.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, so sometimes I feel like the way that we bake just changes. Like I feel like we transition away from like traditional sourdough and more into like faster things, or even like cooking out on the grill.
So not only is like our homes and the spaces and our habits changing with the springtime, but our crafts are too. So let's kind of get into what's changing.
Yeah, so I feel like in the summer, it's just much harder for me to think about like knitting and doing things with yarn.
I don't want to try it on, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to like be knitting like a hat or something like that in like August or July. Sometimes I will just have like a casual sock project going on the side because I like if I'm getting together to watch a movie with friends or something, I do like that craft that I can just have on me. Sometimes also when I'm like standing out with the kids in the yard, I have this like yarn, this craft bag that I'll put on my wrist and it hangs and it holds my yarn for me while I'm knitting. So sometimes I'll do that. But for the most part, my like crafty focus is not really yarn related.
Yeah, it's hard to knit when your hands are sweaty. So
Yes, exactly.
wrapping up, I feel like spring is wrapping up kind of those winter projects, especially fiber arts projects that you have kind of like laying around still.
Yes, and like this winter, I've really focused on making a quilt. I probably won't start another quilt until later, even though there are some like fabulous summery quilts with like flowers and stuff like that, but that's just like not my vibe, which is fine.
Not
We're doing
mine
other
either.
things. I feel like in the spring, we personally really turn our focus more towards like garment sewing.
Yes, definitely. The spring is the time to sew with those easy fabrics like linens and cottons and make those like comfy, like flowy, breezy, beautiful clothes.
That would be uncomfortable to wear during winter.
Yeah, because they're just like not warm enough for winter. So that is, I think spring is really when we get into our garment era.
Yes. There is also this tradition or this like thing that happens every year. It's called Me Made May. And it's where people who sew their own garments kind of show them off on social media or just try to just make a focus to wear them more during the days anyways.
For the month of May.
For the month of May to kind of show off like all of our hand sewn garments. So that's always like really fun to look forward to and to plan.
Yeah, really exciting time for all of you sewing girlies.
Yes,
Or
yes.
boys. Or theys.
Yes, or anybody. Anybody. So one thing that we did this past winter is we talked about like setting goals and daily habits to achieve those goals. And one thing that I did for winter was I set like specific winter goals. It was to like make a quilt top, knit some mittens, and to hang 10 pieces of art. And I felt like having those goals and them being so like structured really helped me stay on task and reach those goals and stay creative during the winter season. So we thought we would do the same exact thing for spring.
Love a spring goal because obviously like you're not knitting a pair of mittens in the spring.
No.
Your goals change. So we are changing ours with the season. And this season is kind of right around now until June 1st.
For our spring goals, we are having them cover March, April, May. So
Yep.
we're going to hopefully reach all of these goals by June 1st.
Let's go through them. Let's see what we got on the agenda.
Yes. So I also like breaking down goals by categories. And the first category we have is just like our deep house reset.
Yep. Just like period. Deep house reset.
Yes, I'm sorry. I feel like we'll keep that vague because once you get started in this, you notice all these little small things that you have to do. But I would say just like some cleaning, washing of things, and purging.
Yes. Purging is going to be a big one for me in my house. My partner moved in like 2 years ago and we've just been accumulating stuff for so long and like it's time. It's time to purge, like do the big purge, and I'm really excited for it. Also, crafting supplies needs to be purged from my house. I think I have like 3 bins of scrap fabric. No one needs that much scrap fabric.
No, we should go to Craft Raccoon.
Yeah, we will. Not to buy, to donate.
But also maybe buy if we see something that we love.
No,
And it's because it's a local business and we love to support
we'll support
local and reuse. But yes, yep, just I feel like that will be a goal and it's kind of vague, which you shouldn't do for goals, but I think it's a good goal.
I think it's just like it just happens every spring naturally for me. So like
Yes.
but it's going to be a goal to like really purge this year with my deep clean. So,
Awesome.
what's next?
Okay, the next is like gardening.
Yes,
Gardening
I'm
goals.
starting my garden this spring. So, the goal is just to do that.
Okay.
Plant some plants.
Plant some
You know.
plants, fill up your beds.
Fill up my beds. That's the goal. And get my compost going.
Okay.
from the winter. What about you, Teresa?
I also need to fill in my vegetable garden. I recently put in like a 90 square foot
It's huge.
cut flower garden. My husband saw me making it. He's like, what is this? But it's our new cut flower garden.
Perfect. Can we use them for my wedding?
Oh, yes. We'll see how
Perfect.
they go. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to sow yet. I think we have a lot of deer pressure, so I'm hoping to plant like zinnias and cosmos and things like that they won't eat as much, and that are like very easy to plant from seed. So we'll just like see how that goes. I also do a lot of native sowing, like native winter sowing. So I'm hoping those plants take, and then I'll kind of expand on my native garden bed as well. So I have like my vegetable garden, my flower garden, my native plants garden. Oh, I might also plant an oak tree.
Oh,
Yeah, because
love.
those are a keystone species. They're very, very good for like the environment. So I want to plant an oak tree, and then we're also expanding our chicken flock. So we're going to get
Amazing.
6 chicks this year.
6.
A 6. I'm so excited.
You're going to have 8 chickens.
So we're going to have 8 chickens. It's kind of near the cap of what we can have within our city limits. So we'll also just see how that goes.
So next goal is to be more social. It's the springtime. It's time to be more social. I want to host a dinner party. It's going to be a really special dinner party. And if you're my friends, please skip along because it's a surprise. Teresa knows about it and she's invited, so it's fine. But I am going to be hosting like a night out in Italy dinner party.
So fun.
For the girlies that are invited to my wedding / like bridal party, because I'm doing like an absolutely tiny wedding. So really excited to have just like a night gabbing with the girls. We're having like it's Italian themed. So we're going to have like an antipasto course, and then we're going to have a classic Caesar salad, and then we're going to do some meatballs and spaghetti that's all homemade that I'm hoping you'll help me with.
Delicious. Yep, I can help.
And then my partner is a sommelier, so he's going to pick out wine pairings
Oh, fancy.
for each course. So
Fancy.
that should be really fun, and hoping to like decorate and really like kind of go all out for it. So I'm excited. That's
Are you
my
doing
goal.
like a tablescape? We are not from a tablescape family. I feel like whenever we host parties, there are 2 different kinds of people. There are people who focus on decor, and then we'll just like order out food. And then there's the kind of people who just focus on the food and then throw down like our everyday plates.
Food. We're focusing on the food. and the
We're
wine.
focusing on the food. That's
Yeah.
okay. Maybe we can get a cute tablecloth.
We'll get a cute tablecloth.
In my ceramics class, what if I made you like little candle holders?
Oh my God, that would be amazing because I don't have any candle holders.
I'll do that.
Amazing. Perfect. We also don't have a dishwasher in my house. So I think finding cute disposable plates. Yeah. Or you can take a bus tub full of dirty plates back to your house.
Yeah, maybe we'll just do that.
That's more sustainable, but honestly, also with sustainability comes like personal limits. So for my house and my space, doing dishes from a dinner party is like not going to be successful. Like that will take me like days to get through.
I want to do more thrifting, and I feel like there are beautiful plates at thrift stores. So maybe if I find some like pretty plates and it's not too expensive, I could get them for the dinner party. And then I could just easily like bring them back and forth. Even like silverware. Silverware is so hard to wash by hand. I hate
it's
it. I hate
impossible.
it. So yeah, maybe I can help you out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. But I'm hosting a dinner party. That's the goal, is to do that and do that successfully. And kind of, I would love to come up with like a little system so that I can do it more often.
Yes.
And more cost effectively too. Like I don't want to be blowing like $200 on every dinner party because dinner parties are fun and I want to have more of them.
You need a
So-
potluck. You should do a backyard potluck.
Oh, I did one in the fall. We'll do it again in the spring.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Backyard potlucks.
Okay, Teresa, social gatherings. What's that look like
so
for you?
my social gathering that I am focusing on this year is, you may have seen them pop up on Instagram, but they're like a farmer's market party. So it's like everybody who comes just brings a little something to share, and it could be like homemade, it could be, or you could like support a local business, but think like little candles, soaps, cookies, granola, a loaf of bread, like something like that, and you all can
Consumable,
come.
right?
Yes, all consumable, but you can come and you can share it with everybody, and then everybody walks away with like a little cute farmer's market bag.
Oh, cute.
And that's really cute. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, That is right up my alley.
That is
like,
right up your
I
alley.
would love to do something like that. So that's what we're doing this spring. I don't
Yay.
quite have a date set yet. It's also a little daunting to my friends because we're like, bring 15 granolas or something
Yeah,
like that.
that is a lot.
Which kind of seems daunting, but we're kind of like working through it, how you can just bring like a cup of granola. Like nobody needs like a full size bag of granola or like an entire loaf of bread or something like that. So just kind of like working through those details.
How to make that like realistic for everyone.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. I hope it can come together and we'll see what happens.
We're doing a lot of parties this
We're doing a
spring.
lot of parties. We're like, I feel like cultivating our home, cleaning it up so we can have people and we can do all this like fun activity and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've been talking a lot about just like cleaning our houses and like getting together with friends, which isn't very crafty. And this is supposed to
not.
be a crafty podcast.
You know,
it's okay.
it's crafting adjacent, I feel like.
crafting
You can't be
adjacent.
crafty if your house is a mess.
Exactly.
You know?
But I feel like the one place that we really thrive with crafts in spring is sewing garments.
Yep. It is the time to sew garments. Like we talked about earlier, you're leaning into those like lighter fabrics that are easier to sew with. You're doing your easy breezy, beautiful, you know, comfy clothes that you can wear during the spring and summer. So my goal is to sew the Adria top,
Yes,
which Teresa's made before.
I've made the Adria top. It's by Seamwork. It does have some sleeves. I love the sleeves. They're like fitted and a little bit longer. It's got like a V-neck and it's like kind of a cropped length. But we're actually doing something fun with the Adria top. We're both going to sew one and then we're going to like share what we're doing at a later podcast.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that episode.
Yes.
I'm also hoping to make the kite pants. Sid Graham calls it soft pants. And hard pants. So like hard pants are jeans and then soft pants are like things with elastic waists and like comfy fabrics. So I definitely need more soft pants in my life.
Okay.
So the kite pants from Matchy Matchy Sewing Club, correct?
Yes, Matchy Matchy Sewing Club.
Yep.
They're kind of like
That's
a
on the
barrel
list.
leg. I like this side panel.
Yeah, it's really
have.
cute.
And I have some fun ideas with what I want to do with the side panel.
So you're also making
I'm also going to make
Yep.
the kite pants. Of course, I'm going to make the kite pants.
Yay!
That was never going to be a surprise. So I'm also doing a lot of garment sewing. So I'm also making the Adria top, like Cecilia mentioned. I'm also doing the kite pants, like Cecilia mentioned. I also just feel like I need like a big reset with my spring and summer garments. Just in general, my wardrobe is like lacking and also just like not looking so hot. Everything is like very worn. I am a sweaty person and I get like sweat stains in my shirts and stuff. So I'm going to like be repurposing those for something else. So I'm doing the Adria top, the kite pants. I also feel like I need more pajamas. My summer pajamas are threadbare at this point. So I'm going to sew probably like 2 more loungewear sets.
amazing.
I love the loungewear set. I
This
have
is the top.
I have the pattern cut out. I know it's my size. They're super easy to bring together. So I'm definitely going to make at least, I think like 2 more loungewear sets.
That'll be amazing.
Ooh, that's a lot to say just for the spring.
I know.
We'll see how this goes. And
You've
then
sewn that one though before.
I have
And
sewn
it's a quick sew. So
a quick
hopefully it'll just, fly by and you can actually get them done.
yeah, we'll see. But I also would love to try to sew a pair of Emerson shorts. So
those are cute.
Emerson shorts are by True Bias. It comes in a pants and a shorts. It's got a little pleat. What I like is it's like straight in the front and then on the back side it has elastic. So it's still a soft pant, but it looks like a little bit more dressier from the front. Which
A
I
work
love.
ready soft pants, if you will.
Yes. And I also want to try to like get some of my like basic tanks and tees, but make them more fun. I might try like block printing
Block printing's
onto
fun.
fabric or just maybe embroidery or something.
Yeah.
Okay, our goals were supposed to be like concrete things that
No,
we're
I
going to
know.
do.
And we're just keep like spiraling about things that
I
we
know,
want to do.
I'm getting excited and thinking about all my ideas, but let's just say I'll try block printing on fabric.
Amazing.
Yes.
My goal is to make the Adria top. Let's start
And
with
the kite
one.
pants.
Yeah, but
I think you could do it because I think those are also super easy.
Okay. I'll
can
commit.
do it.
I'll commit to both. I'll commit to both.
Cecilia's doing 2 garments, and I'm doing like 7, and raising chickens and planting my
know.
like
You're just so
huge
busy.
garden. I cannot stop. It's a problem.
I know.
My
And
husband
I
desperately wishes I would stop doing so many projects, but I love a project.
You do. You
love a
always have
project.
something going.
I'm always doing something.
I'm the opposite. I love hanging out.
Yes.
Sometimes working on a project. No, I think spring really like invigorates me. You get like more daylight, you get, just it's warmer out, and it's really the time that I kind of like come out of hibernation and focus more on getting stuff done and working on projects. So
Yeah.
really, really excited for that.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us this week. Hopefully we've inspired you to do some things in spring, whether that's, cleaning out your basement or maybe doing some sewing projects.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks.